Hi, Cancer. My name is Misty, and I'm here to do the bullshit and the blessings for the second half of September or whenever you happen to find the video, because really these readings are meant to be timeless and general in nature. So if you find it, I don't know, 2 years from now and the details fit for your situation, it's definitely your reading. But if they don't fit, don't try to force it because nobody needs that stress, really. I don't need that stress. I don't think you need that stress, or you wouldn't be here watching me to begin with. So I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or accountant, so if you need advice in any of those areas, you really do want to consult a professional. And, again, with that, don't do something simply because I suggest it in one of these videos. Like, I'm just reading the cards based on the energies as they are right now in this moment. You're the one who's sitting in your life watching all of the different nuances and changes that are happening that are going to inform the decisions that you're making. So, take responsibility for your own life. Okay. With that said, we're going to do the readings a little different over the next few weeks because we have Mercury retrograde in Libra and Mars in Gemini, which means there are going to be a lot of people who have relationship issues coming up over the next several weeks. Actually, Mars in Gemini is going to be happening for a few months. So prepare yourself. That has to do, Gemini is all about communication. Mars is all about aggression or very active, fiery energy, if you don't want to use the word aggression. So, aggressive communication, loud communication, angry communication. And with that, when you know that that's the energy that's in the air, so to speak, or in the stars, so to speak, it's a good idea to kind of take your time, pay attention, and really, think about what you're saying as well as listening to what others are saying to you. Really try to make sure that you can avoid those misunderstandings. So, because of that, I'm going to kind of go slow. I'm going to, when I've been recording these videos over the past couple of months, whether it's for Facebook or YouTube, I've been trying to do them as quickly as I can. And I'm not actually comfortable reading cards or charms or anything that way. I like to take my time, so I'm going to do that now with these readings, which means this video might be a little longer than you're hoping for. I apologize for that. It also means that if you're watching or looking for specific signs, it could be a couple of days before all of them are posted. And again, I apologize for that. I'm on a time crunch, even though I am taking my time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do one more shuffle and then I'll pull some charms to get the general energies, and then we'll look at the cards for the details. We have the song The End, Five-Fingered Death Punch. Interesting. Immediately, we've got the infinity symbol coming up twice, and then we have the number 8, which is basically the infinity symbol on its side. So this is like something, a cycle, repeating cycle, something perpetual. Now look at, we've got the 3 of Wands. Hold on. Ooh, the 3 of Wands. And the 9 of Pentacles, but this in this position, this is contemplation. Like you're contemplating your security, you're contemplating your freedom, you're contemplating your independence. But also the 3 of Wands is in the same position, the inner introspective position, meaning the 3 of Wands is still waiting for their ships to come in, for their abundance to come in. So this 9 of Pentacles hasn't yet received the abundance that even though it's around her, she's waiting and contemplating something even more, something even bigger, obviously. I don't know why I went to the cards first. I meant to go to the charms first, but I'm just going to go with it the way that it is coming out, because, that's how I read. And I always go in with my intuition or my gut first, and then I go with the meanings of the cards or the meanings of whatever else, right? I even do it in astrology, which, yeah, it's just, I have to go with the way that I do things. So maybe this is your general energy and you're going to actually get the details over here. It just kind of occurred to me that, this is Mercury retrograde. We do have 6 other planets, or 6 planets in retrograde, I should say. you know, there's a lot up for review and things are going backwards. So, but yeah, with this, it's like you're contemplating your security, your probably even your home life, because we are talking to the sign of Cancer. That's always the focus. Oh yeah, and then look, now we've got the Four of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So definitely you're looking to actually this Four of Wands goes over here, because see, the ships that are coming in as balance for you. That's what this Two of Pentacles is talking about. You're contemplating how to balance something, whether this is yourself or your home life. I would say that it's probably your home life or your relationship, because this is Mercury retrograde in Libra. Libra covers 7th house issues, you know, or I should say, you know, that's Libra's house. The 7th house is Libra's house, and the 7th house is the house of marriage, which is, you know, this is depicting right before the ceremony in this particular card. They haven't yet crossed the threshold as man and wife, because the Four of Wands is about the actual ceremony, the actual celebration of it. You want to get to this celebration. You want to get to this happiness, this ceremony, this whatever, right? You're contemplating your security and how to get there, how to balance to get there. Okay, you've been waiting for a while, but oh, you're already, okay, first of all, you're already very balanced, and this is going to go this way. The reason that I say that this goes this way instead of the other way around is that I feel like this is saying that you're not being, like, you have to wait for things to grow, to ripen, right? Like when you plant, when this farmer planted this tree, he had to take the time to water it, to nurture it, to get it to grow. Now, on this particular side, or in this position of the Seven of Pentacles, you can see the tree looks a little bit dead. Like on both sides, actually, it looks a little bit dead. On this side, he's contemplating it, but on this side, you're watching him contemplate something that's dead. I don't, you know, take that however, but it's like intuitively, you're very balanced. And look at, hold on, this lyric just came through from this song, Treat You Better by Shawn Mendes, but it was the song, Tell Me Why Are We Wasting Time on all your wasted prime. I think you're watching someone else beat a dead horse or try to build something that's dead and like it's not gonna, I don't know, whatever. Or this is you're wondering about your own, something that you're doing, and you're thinking, you know, am I trying to revive something that's dead? Like intuitively you kind of know. One way or the other, whether this is your project or someone else's project, you know, that they're trying to grow, they're trying to nurture, right? Because they want to harvest the fruit. Whoever it is that's putting in the effort, they're doing it, and it looks like it's dead. Like there's no growth to be had. Like maybe they should go ahead and harvest what little bit of fruit is there and then move on. And it could be that that's the advice that you're trying to give someone. Or maybe the advice that you've been intuitively giving yourself, maybe you've been wondering about. We've got the the Hermit, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So the Hermit in this position talks about going within, really searching your higher self, searching your psyche, right? Really, really getting to know exactly what is right for you. And then when you've got the Ten of Pentacles is like the ultimate in security, but it's more than just money. This is generational wealth, meaning family or ancestral wealth, right? Which includes marriage, which we already talked about over here. So if there's a question as to whether or not you're going to get to an altar, I think you need to search your higher self. I think you might already know the answer intuitively. And I think it has to do with someone who keeps saying something to the effect of, we don't have the money right now. We don't have the security. We don't have the stability in some way. And you're watching this and you're like, but I don't think it's ever going to come in from this particular project. Or this particular person. Maybe you're watching this person and thinking you're not going to get your fulfillment from them. And I say that because of this song in the background, which is Breathe, 2 a.m., Anna Nalick, Nalick. I feel like the cards are kind of... Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to the charms. Really, the reason that I don't want to pull any more cards is because the Hermit card came out in this position, and then you've got the King of Wands in the introspective position, and then you've got the Death card, and then you've got the Three of Swords. So it's all about healing, introspection, going within, and so you won't have any answers, any clear answers about this, at least, until you go in or go within, search your higher self about what it is that like, I think you want to build this. What is going to get you here? And if you don't want to build this, if you already have this, how do you protect this is the question. Okay, so now let's move on to our charms. Oh, okay. So I got to tell you, I was this owl right here, before I even dumped them, tried to jump out of my hands, and I felt like I needed to grab it again. So anytime any of the charms try to jump from my hands, either when I'm dumping it on the board or whatever, like if it tries to jump, I feel like it's an opportunity that could be missed if you don't snatch it right away. The owl has to do with wisdom. Okay, a lesson. And right now, Saturn is in retrograde until I believe the end of October, mid or late October. I don't know the exact date right now. I would need to look it up. But again, anytime a planet is in retrograde, especially Saturn, because Saturn has to do with security, lessons, karma, the work that you put in, hard work, right? And karma, whether it's, the rewards for the work that you've put in or the consequences of something that you did that was maybe foolish, right? So there's some sort of wisdom or lesson to be gained here that, you need to snatch while you have the chance. Grab it while you have the chance. So I'm going to actually take that one out because it did try to jump. And we're going to just dump the rest to see what happens. Interesting, the teapot slid, like literally from the board all the way, like off camera, but on the table over here. It stopped on its own, but the teapot, I always see the teapot as gossip. Spilling the tea, especially when it goes that far off the table, I think there's going to be some sort of spilling of the tea, or maybe if you need to announce something, it's going to be several months away. Or the gossip, the information, the spilling of the tea is going to happen within several months to a year. And yes, it absolutely is going to happen, right? Because it came this way. It disturbed my little ruby. You've got the letter J attached to that, so it could be a person, place, or thing, right? Tea or gossip or information around J. And the answer is yes. Like, you will get that information, I think. Absolutely. Also, with the candelabra coming out right over the eyeball, this is saying follow your intuition, let your intuition guide you. You know exactly what you're talking about. Do not question it. Could involve like a person, place, or thing with the letter D. Also, if your question is a yes or no question about a person, place, or thing with the letter D, the answer is no. Right now, you need to be very measured. You need to be very calculated. You need to plan. These particular rulers are very specific, like, you know, for like architecture kind of stuff, right? Geometry, like very precise measurements. So you need to be very precise right now. Plan, count, measure, do whatever you need, you know, to plan for the future, to again, follow your intuition. Be very detailed. I don't know why I keep going back to this. Be very precise. You need to get very detailed. We have the song, I Want to Break Free. I questioned myself. See, look I'm telling you, don't question yourself, right? I questioned myself even though I thought it was I Want to Break Free by Queen, but you might want to look up the words. The only thing is that I have to say is that part is what's it's hitting me. It's pinging in my ears. I want to break free. I want to break free. God knows I want to break free. I don't know. Oh, I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time. Okay. So we've got yes. The answer is yes for a person, place, or thing with the letter G, but also this particular piece of quartz here I always see as a scepter quartz, even though it is not actually that formation. It's just, it kind of looks like it and it feels like it when I pick it up, especially with the face of it. It just feels like something that would be in a scepter, or it belongs on the end of like a, you know, a wand of, I used to have one right here that my friend Santana made, and I can't find it. But anyway, so whenever I see the scepter, I think of like control, power, queen or king, right? Royalty. But, you know, it's very powerful. It's like the power is in your hands. The control is in your hands around G, is what this is saying. I do have to say this particular piece of quartz is really banged up and beaten up. There's like a lot of different marks in it. So it's kind of going back to this, like you're going to want to look closely at all the marks. Look at all the marks. Look at all the marks. I don't know why. It's something about the marks. Or like, especially if you're like looking at something that's written, right? Pay close attention to everything that's written, like the way the marks, whatever that is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that here. This is actually one of the shorter readings, which is surprising, but I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does, and I apologize for coughing in your ear. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything you can to help me, because it really, really does help me. And I'm so very grateful for the fact that you're even watching right now. So yeah, thank you.